Today we have the unboxing of the Pursuit 2 by Pride Mobility. So the Pursuit 2 will come in on a pallet like this. You'll have your main unit on the pallet along with your seat on top. So I'm going to start by getting the seat out of the way. Now this is the 20-inch seat. The 18-inch seat is the standard, so you might have a smaller box up here depending on the size of the seat you order. But now we're going to get our unit unwrapped. It has these two straps over it. We're going to grab a pocket knife, or we're going to grab our razor knife, and then remember to cut upwards. Do not cut downwards, potentially damaging your product. So now that these straps are out of the way, I can actually lift the lid off and move it to the side. Be careful, there are staples in here that are holding these side corner pieces in. Just you don't want to cut yourself, just watch where you're putting your hands. From here up top, I can see our lithium batteries right up top. Now I have the lithium batteries removed. There is nothing else on the top of the box that has to be moved. Now we're going to get the sides of the box down so we can get the scooter out. So I'm going to start by grabbing our knife. And then I normally recommend to cut the sides of the box up. In this particular case, the scooter's wheels are actually very close to the corners of the box. So I was actually able to rip this side, but over here I can't do that, and I can see that the tire is very close to the corner. I do not want to cut the tire. So whatever you can do, you could slide these in and use that as a brace when you're cutting. Or you can kind of pull the box away from the scooter as much as possible, but be extra careful when unboxing this to not cut the scooter. So I'm going to pull this away from the scooter and cut upwards. See, the front will fall down. We have access to our scooter. I can remove this foam, or this cardboard. I'm going to do the same thing to the back here. You might have these little corner pieces in the way. Again, be careful with the staples. They are sharp. And I'm going to pull this away from the scooter. Actually, I can get it all the way out now. So now I'm going to take a moment to clean up around here, and then we are going to assemble the scooter. So now I have a lot of the boxes removed. What I'm going to do now is get the rest of the accessories out of the scooter. What I want to do is lift up on this tiller. In order to do that, there is a handle underneath, and you pull it up, and the tiller goes up. Again, there's a handle underneath. It's this yellow handle right here. You pull that up, and then you can move the tiller. From here, we have our basket, along with our owner's manual. Looks like we have our mirrors in here. There we go, and I'm going to move some of this plastic to the side. Now, as far as getting this safely off the pallet, I would recommend having someone capable with you to do this. I would prefer two people. One person can, lift up one end and then slide it over. If you have to do it by yourself, the best way to do this, now keep in mind this is a heavy scooter, but the best way to do this is to flip it in neutral. So this is our neutral lever. You're going to flip this up into the unlock position. And then from here, I have this plastic moved out of the way because I'm going to push it off the pallet. This scooter has enough of a ground clearance that it is going to clear. Make sure there's no plastic in front of these front wheels. Then I'm just going to push it forward. Kind of lifting a little bit. It's going to go forward. Again, the plastic is getting caught in the wheels, but it's very easy to push. There we go. And then I actually am going to hit those scooters if I keep going, but you should be able to just push this off the pallet. So now we're going to open up our batteries. The scooter takes a lithium battery. There is dual lithium batteries as an upgrade if you want them. This is the single. The dual, I would assume there would be a second box like this. But again, this box, we're just going to get our knife and then cut the tape on the sides and down the middle. It opens up. We have our little insert here. Because this battery is going to need to be woken up. These lithium batteries do not ship ready to go in the chair. They do have to be woken up first, and we're going to cover that in just a second. But here's our battery. It's got a handle on the top, and it just lifts right out. One thing to note with the battery is if you did get the dual batteries, your batteries will also come with this cable here. This cable is used to connect the two batteries. You got a 4-pin and a 5-pin cable. Pretty much one goes to the other. You could go that way as well, but you do need to connect these two batteries here. If you're getting the single battery, you're not going to get this cable. Now we're going to open up our battery compartment. You can use these two holes, just lift up. It's just secured by some Velcro, and pull it to the side. In here we have our lithium battery charger. Our connection cables, we got 2 connection cables here. Since we only have one battery, we're only going to be using one of these. I'll set the other one to the side. Then we have our strap to tie down the batteries. Now we're going to put our battery cable on. Included with your battery, you have these screws. I've already done one side, but you're going to have your positive going to your positive and your negative going to your negative. Then they just screw into these posts right here. You might have to pull back this little terminal cover here just to give you some room. But you can hand thread these. There's a little hole for a Phillips screwdriver if you want to do that, but I recommend a 10mm wrench. Will let you really crank down on this more and get it secure like this one is. We're just going to tighten that. Once it is secure, there we go, it's not wiggling. We'll slide our terminal covers over. Then we can put it in the unit. This is a quick update to the Pursuit 2 batteries. I got the dual battery set up here, and what I wanted to show you in this update is this cable right here. So in the first round of Pursuits, it did not have this cable. You had a cable with a bunch of little loose wires that you didn't need. The second round, in order for the batteries to work, you had to get this cable right here, so a little 5-pin plug, and plug it into the battery. Then into this end, there was a second little plug that goes in with like a little loop. But very recently, so at the time of making this video, if you order a Pursuit 2, you should have this version of the unit. You'll get this cable. You'll plug it into the little 5-pin section, and then in the back here, they actually built in the connector cable. You can see it in the back here. Kind of hard to find. It can be tucked away, but it's this little white cable. And you're going to want to plug this into here. And you will do this for a single battery or a double battery. You can see I have a double battery and I have a connector cable as well linking the two, but you will have to do this in a single or double battery in order to get the batteries to wake up. Now, if for whatever reason you do this and you're still not getting the power on for the batteries, you might have to do a startup sequence. What that is with everything hooked up like this, you're going to grab your charger, you're going to plug it into your tiller on your unit, and then into the wall. So do not go wall first and then tiller, go tiller, wait 30 seconds or so, then plug it into the wall. And then after about a minute or two, your batteries should turn on and both lights on the charger should be on. It will most likely show 2 red lights. Could be a red and a green if your batteries are fully charged. And worst case scenario, if that doesn't work either, they actually added a little on-off switch right here as well. Go ahead and press that, see if that adds any power or turns on the power to your unit. Now we're going to install the battery in the unit. Before I do that, I did want to show you with this bolt here, you can take this bolt out with a socket set and you can slide this post up and down to adjust the height of the seat. But now I'm going to install the battery in the unit. I'm going to pick it up, set it down in one of these compartments. Then we have our strap over here. I'm going to bring the strap through. And it just kind of snugs down. Then we can leave this sitting in this side here. Then we take our cable and it will plug in right here. You can kind of push this away. There we go. Then our cover should go back on. With the cover, I like to go back end first like this. Then drop it in. Just like that, our batteries are installed. Now the next step, before we go any further, is we're going to activate the battery. Like I said earlier in the video, these batteries come and they are in kind of a sleep mode. And what I want to do is, or the way to activate the batteries, because if you turn the key on, nothing's going to happen. The way to activate the batteries, we have our lithium charger. Do not use any other charger than this charger with your unit. Don't try to use a regular battery charger. These lithium chargers are specific. And what I'm going to do, in order to activate the battery, you have to do this in the exact order that I'm saying, is you're going to plug it right into here. Since our battery is plugged in back here, this will connect to the battery. This is also where you would charge the battery normally, but you do this first, and then you will plug this end of the charger into a wall socket. Let it sit for about 2 to 5 minutes, and that should wake the battery up. You will see the lights on your charger turn on once the battery has been activated. So from here, we're going to open up the seat. We're going to get our knife. We're going to cut the sides with the knife. Then again, very carefully, we're going to cut down. Do not damage your product with your knife. Once you cut the sides, you can actually lift it a little bit. Cut right down the middle. That way you're not digging into your seat with a knife. In here, we have our arm brackets, our actual arm rests. Here's our headrest in between the seat. And here's the seat. Like I said, this is the upgraded seat. The seat that comes with the unit might be a little smaller. This is the upgraded 20-inch seat. I'm going to clean some of this stuff up, and then we're going to mount the seat on the unit. So now I have all the parts taken out with all the plastic removed. We do have our seat, our armrests, our armrest brackets. We got our headrest, owner's manual, our lithium charger. The chair comes with 2 mirrors and a front basket. And then what we're going to do now is mount the seat onto the back of the chair. This is the seat here, and it has a little post on the inside. There it is. And then to mount it, this just goes right into that post right there. It should drop down. The back folds back. This is a captain's seat, so there's a handle on the right-hand side you can pull and have the chair go back or forward. Now we're going to mount the arm brackets. They just slide in here. There's a pin you can pull out, and then there's little holes in the bracket you can put back in wherever you want them. You also don't need to put the pin in because we're going to tighten it with this little set screw right here. With our 5mm Allen wrench, we're just going to tighten this down. There we go. And now that's pretty tight. Next, we're going to drop our armrest into here, just like that. We're going to pull it back. And you can adjust the armrest height. If you want it up here, you could tighten it here, or up here, all the way down. But we're going to tighten it with this little set screw right here. Same thing with our, it was a 4mm Allen, I'm sorry. So 4mm Allen, just tighten the set screw. There we go, and now our arm is secure as well. We're going to do the same thing to both sides. From here, the headrest will just slide on. Push this little tab and it should slide down, and there's 3 different locking points where it will lock. Now to install the mirrors, you have 2 little rubber stoppers in here. Just going to pop those out. There they are. And there's a little threaded hole in here to match the threaded hole in the bottom of the mirror. We're just going to spin that on. There it goes. Then you'll spin it down until it tightens. You can also tighten it down here. There's 1 mirror for each side. Next, we're going to put on the front basket. The front basket will just slide onto here, and where it just snaps. Then we're going to put our key in. I got the key out of the owner's manual. We're going to turn it. Then I have power, but if I try to drive it and nothing happens, that means our scooter is in neutral. See how I can still push it? So I'm going to turn the key back off. Flip this yellow lever back down to the lock position. This engages your electromagnetic brakes. That way you can drive the scooter. From here, I'm going to turn the key to the right. We have our power coming on. And As you can see, I can now drive the scooter. This has been the unboxing and assembly video of the Pride Mobility Products Pursuit 2 scooter. If you're interested in this product or if you have any other questions, please give us a call. Thank you for watching.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.